Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in this tutorial we're going to be learning how to make this beautiful peplum top, this beautiful extended peplum top. You can use any fabric of your choice. You can use Ankara fabric, you can use lycra, you can use georgette, you can use crepe as well. So the more fluid the fabric, the more beautiful is going to come out. So you're going to be learning how to cut and sew this fabric on your fabric, no pattern. Okay, so you're going to be learning how to sew this directly on your fabric. So if this sounds like what you would love to learn and the next outfit you would love to make, so let us get right into it. So I'm going to be using this Ankara fabric. Like I said earlier, you can use any fabric of your choice. So I'm going to be using, you can use like 1.5 yards to 2 yards depending on how lengthy you want your extended peplum to be. So I already cut out the front and the back for this outfit, and I'm going to be telling you the measurements that I used. Okay, so for my front part, for the length I use 17 inches. Then for the width on fold I used 12 inches. Then for the back I used 15 inches, and on fold I used 13.5 inches. So now that is the measurements that I used. The next thing is for us to start drafting and cutting on our fabric. So I added extra inches, like I said, because I'm going to be putting zipper at the back. Okay, so that's where we have 1.5 inches for the back extra. So I'm putting half of my shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches. Then for my neck width I'm using 3.5. So on my shoulder I came down by 0.5 and I connected to the nape of my neck like so. So for my armhole I came down by 8 inches, and that is going to serve as our chest line. So on the chest line I'm going to be putting half of my shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches, and then I connected. So you can see I'm connecting my armhole curve. Okay, so now I'm going for the neckline, because I'm cutting the front and the back together and I don't want the back to be too long, so I use 2 inches for the neckline. So once I open it up, I'm going to extend for the neckline for the front. Okay, so now we are going to be holding our bust dart for this fabric, because you can see that the length of my front and the back, they are not the same. Okay, so I came down for the beginning of my fabric to 11 inches, which is where my bust dart is at. Okay, because I'm going to be using bust darts. Okay, so where my bust point is at. So now I'm putting half of my bust span, which is 3.5, and I connected to my bust point line. Then I'm going to be opening my dart by 0.75, and I'm going to be connecting it like so. So if you are from like with 30 bust 36 down, you can use 0.5 to open your dart. Okay, but if you are using size 40 your bust, you can use 0.75 on both sides. So now I'm going to be putting my measurement. So for the bust, that's 10 inches plus 2 inches joining allowance. That is what I put on my chest line. Then for my waist, my waist is 34 inches, so quarter is 8.5 inches. Now I'm going to be adding my that allowance, which is 1.5 inches. That is what I'm going to be marking. Then I'm going to be adding 2 inches for my joining allowance, and then I connected like so. So now I'm going to be coming down by 2 inches, which is the difference between my front length and my back length. Remember, front is 17, back is 15, so 2 inches, that is what you're going to be marking. Now the next thing is for you to notch. Make sure you notch all of your darts or every important part, because once you remove or you remove all your fabric, you see that everything might just be scattered. So to make it easier for you while you're sewing, it's very important for you to notch. So once you notch, you'll be able to just sew directly instead of having to measure all over again on your sewing machine. That is why it's important for you to notch. Very important. Okay, so I'm just marking my extension, my zipper extension like that, so that I know where my zipper starts from. You can see that I notched the starting point as well. This is very important. Notching is very important when you're drafting pattern. Again, as well, is very important it's very important for you to label. So see the way I'm cutting. Okay, watch the way I am cutting. This is very important to watch the way I am cutting. Okay, so now you can see that I'm also notching the starting point for the back as well. That is where my zipper is going to start from. So now you can see I raised and I put my front line on the same length as the back, so as to notch where my dart is going to be at. You can see it's very important for you to do this. Like I said, very important for you to notch, so that it's going to be very easy for you while sewing. So if you've gotten to this point and yet to subscribe, please make sure you subscribe, press the notification bell, and do well to share and like. Okay, so now you can actually cut out your lining piece for this if that is what you're going to be using. Okay, so now for my front line, I said I'm still going to be extending it, so I came down by 4.5 inches and then I just cut it out. You can use any length, any type of neckline that you want. So you can go ahead and you cut out your lining for this, but I'm not going to be cutting out lining for this. Okay, so I'm going to be using door face to finish up the neckline. So I'm just dividing the back as it's going to be. Okay, so now I'm going to be cutting facing. So if you don't know how to cut a facing for your fabric, you're going to be learning that here. So you can see the way I folded this fabric. Then you're going to position your main outfit on it. Make sure you position it well so that it's not going to look funny after you cut it out. So make sure it is the same as your fabric that is underneath, that is going to serve as your facing. Then you cut out that part. So see the way I'm cutting exactly my neckline, so that once you sew is going to match up. Then I'm cutting my shoulder like so, then you take it off. Okay, so now the down part, you can decide to just give it a round shape as the case may be, but for me I'm going to be leaving it straight like this, so that it's going to be easy for me when I want to hem it. Okay, because I'm going to be hemming it so that it's going to look all good and neat inside. So you go ahead and then you cut the same thing for your back. But if you're going to be using lining for this, you don't need to go through all of this. You can just cut out your lining the same way that we cut out the main outfit. Okay, so you can see I'm repeating the same thing. You cut the same thing like so. So if you're confused about any part, let me know in the comment section, so I'm going to address it. So I'm going to be dividing the pieces for the back, the facing for the back as well. So we are practically done with our cutting. So now the next thing is for us to join the pieces together. So for the facing, make sure the right side is facing right side, then you go ahead and you stitch with 1/2 inch allowance. You do the same thing for the back piece as well. You go ahead and you stitch with your 1/2 inch allowance. Then after that, the next thing is for you to join all your darts together. You can see because I notched it, I already know where my dart is at. That is why it's very important for you to do that. Then I will hold my bust dart as well. So you go ahead and you do the same thing for the back and you join it together. Okay, so I've gone ahead to join all of my pieces together and I'm going to show you what it looks like. So you can see, my waist dart for the front. I joined it for the two sides. Okay, you can look at my bust dart, see the way I slanted it. So just follow the same shape as we drafted. So you can see the dart for the back as well and my facing. So you can see that it's very neat inside. So after that, the next thing is I joined my shoulders together for the front and the back piece. Okay, so now after that, I joined the front and the back together with the 2 inches allowance that I left. So if you left 1 inch, 1/2 inch allowance, 1.5, whatever measurements that you left, make sure you use it to join your front and your back together. So now let us move to the main cocoa of the day, which is the extended peplum. So I'm going to be telling you the measurements that I used for my extended peplum. So for the length, I used 10 inches for the length. Okay, now for the width on fold, remember this is on fold and I cut out 2 pieces, so I have 23 inches. So now note that because we have zipper allowance for the back, you also have to have zipper allowance for the back of your peplum. So you can see that the front and the back is different. As you can see for my peplum, note this is on fold. Okay, so if you want it to be longer than this, make sure you also put that into consideration. Measure where you want your peplum to stop, and then you add quarter of your measurement to it. That is what you're going to be cutting on fold. So please make sure you put that in mind if you want yours to be longer than this. So now to attach, make sure you notch the front, the center point for your front peplum, and also for the bodice as well. See the way I did? You can see that I made sure that the sides matched up, and then I notched. Like I said, it's very important for you to notch. It's going to be very easier for you on your sewing machine. So now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be matching up the notch part, the center part of the peplum, and then the center part of my front bodice, like so. Then I'm going to stitch from the center to the side. So make sure you stitch and end where your front ended, where you joined your front to the back. That is where you're going to stop your stitching. So the remaining parts, you're just going to hem it like so. See the way I'm doing? You go ahead and you hem it. Then you also hem the sides as well. You go ahead and do the other side. You join from center to the side. Stop where your seam stop, that where you joined your front to the back. Okay, that is where you're going to be stopping that seam. Then you go ahead and you hem the remaining parts. You hem the down part as well. So you do the same thing for the back. Now watch how I'm going to be doing the back as well. Okay, so you're going to place it, see where I placed it, my center back. Then you sew it and join it with 1/2 inch, and then you stop where your back stopped, where you joined your front bodice to the back bodice. That's where you're going to be stopping. Then you go ahead and you hem all of the rough edges. Please note that you can also use lining for this, so you can line this, your peplum, your extension, you can line it, okay, as the case may be. So you can go ahead and you line it if you don't want to hem it like this, especially if you are using fabric like georgette. Okay, then after that you go ahead and you iron it, and you attach your sleeve and you attach your zipper. So I've gone ahead to attach my peplum, and this is how it's looking now. Look at how beautiful this is looking. You can go ahead and you give it a very good press. See the way, you can see where it stopped. I've gone ahead to hem all of the pieces, and it is neat. Okay, so you can go through this route and do the same thing, or you can use lining for yours. And like I said, use a flowy fabric, okay, fabric that flows. It's going to come out more beautiful. So after that, the next thing is for you to attach your zipper. So go ahead and you attach your zipper to your bodice, and then you're good to go. So after that, you put any sleeve of your choice, or you can even use a kimono sleeve, so that you cut the bodice and the sleeve together. So do anything that works for you. And now I'm going to be showing you the result. So look at how beautiful this is looking. So if you're confused about any parts, let me know in the comment section. If you're going to be trying this beautiful piece out as well, let me know in the comment section. And so also let me know where you are watching from. So thank you so much for staying tuned. I remain your tutor. So see you. Bye.